Alright guys, so with the release of Werewolf Cookies Magic Candy, there's a lot of different things that has been tested out. Of course, I've shared with you guys a Werewolf Cookie comp already that uses Werewolf Cookie alongside Black Pearl and Eclair in order to deal a ton of damage. However, there's also another comp here, and that is going to be utilizing Espresso alongside Werewolf Cookie to increase the total injury by 40%. Alright, so if you guys look at Werewolf Cookie's Magic Candy ability, there is a thing right here that allows you to increase the injury cap to 40%. Alright, so it says injury cannot reduce max HP by more than 25%. However, there is the fatal wound, which is going to increase the cap of the injury by 40% for 17 seconds. And if you do look at Espresso Cookies Magic Candy as well, it does say that it cannot exceed 25% here. Alright, so you cannot go past 25% without Werewolf Cookies Magic Candy. However, with the help of Werewolf Cookies Magic Candy, now you can have a total of 40%. It cannot exceed 40% though, guys. Some of you guys have been doing some crazy math, you know, adding 25% of Espresso, 25% of, you know, Dark Account, and then 40% of Werewolf, and then adding it all together to do 90%. It does not work like that, all right? So the total, all right, the cap is going to be at 40%, which is almost half of the HP of the enemies, all right? So this is going to be a comp that I've tried out. I've tried out with Dark Account as well instead of Espresso. However, it does not work as well as Espresso because Espresso is an actual DPS. However, Dark Account is more of a tank. It's not worth sacrificing Financier, who has a self-heal and a heal for your DPS, while Dark Account only has that specific injury debuff with some other, you know, small debuffs on the side. So it is going to be better to utilize Financier alongside Espresso to deal the injury, which is going to be increased all the way to 40%. But without further ado, guys, let's go into the toppings real quick, and that is going to be 5 of the Swift Chocolate for our Financier. So previously with the Eclair comp, we have used 5 of the Solid Almond with around 8% cooldown. However, for this comp, you do want to keep Espresso alive, all right, and you do want to utilize the skill as fast as possible. So that's the reason why we're going with 5 Swift Chocolate. The reason why we don't have 17.3% here in order to get the 3-second start is because Werewolf needs to use its skill and then transition right away to Espresso and Black Pearl. If you do use Financier with the 3-second start, then it is going to be a lot slower, and sometimes Espresso can blow up right before he is able to even use his skill, because there are someone like Brute as well as Captain Caviar in the enemy team, because now you won't be able to get to BTS Cookie skill before your cookies are stunned. All right, so make sure to use the 15% here instead of the 17.3%, and then just focus on the damage resist and HP if possible. And then Werewolf Cookie, of course, is going to be using 5 of the Solid Almond here, making sure that you do have a ton of damage resist in order for Werewolf Cookie to survive, as well as focusing on the attack speed in order to utilize more of those injury stacks. And then cooldown, you don't need to have any, just 1 to 2% is enough, all right? And then moving on to Espresso, is going to be 5 of the Syrian Raspberry, main damage dealer here, alongside Black Pearl. And on top of that, Espresso is going to be getting the shield from Financier, adding that extra attack percentage. So you do want to focus on the damage resist, and the cooldown does not need to be 8%, guys. All you need to have is around 5 to 6%. All right, and the next one is going to be Black Pearl. Black Pearl is using 5 of the Swift Chocolate, around 20% cooldown without the set bonus is going to be ideal. You can still work with the 20% with the set bonus, which is going to be around 16 to 15% without it. So it does work out, but you know, the higher cooldown for this particular comp is going to be better in order to use her skill a little bit faster. And the last one is going to be BTS. BTS 24.1% is all you need for the cooldown. No damage resist once again. Attack, crit, and attack speed will definitely help. So the treasures, you do have a couple options here. You can utilize scrolls, feather, as well as the jelly watch. However, you can switch out the feather for the scythe in order to add a little bit of extra damage. I like to go with the feather just because Espresso can die and he is able to come back alive and use his skill one more time. All right, so here we go, guys. Let me show you guys this team in battle. Of course, you do want to have these 2 cookies right over here, the ones with the magic candy, at least plus 10. However, if you can get it up to plus 20, it is going to definitely be a lot better. Right now, my magic candy for Werewolf is 28. Espresso is also at 28. So here we go, guys. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So we do have a simultaneous comp here. 1, 2, 2. All right, we see a Captain Caviar. So Feather is definitely going to be helpful here because Captain Caviar has a chance of exploding our Espresso. So here we go. And let's see how it is. So Werewolf Cookie is going to be the first one to use skill. Espresso, Black Pearl, BTS, and then Financier is going to use the shield here and then protect our Espresso from the Captain Caviar torpedo. So that's another good thing here, that we do delay the shield and then allow us to utilize that shield in order to protect our Espresso. All right. So once again, we're going to be able to utilize it one more time. BTS is also there to utilize the shield. All right. And we do still have the Feather here. All right. So even if our Espresso dies or Black Pearl dies here, we'll still be able to come back alive with the Feather. And it is an easy victory. All right. All of our cookies are alive. And just keep in mind, right, Werewolf Cookie right here, especially because we do have Espresso, is not going to deal the most damage. However, it is going to allow Espresso to just nuke the enemy because we do have the 40% injury stack with Werewolf's help. All right, so there you guys go. All right, so we do see a 2-2-1 comp here. We see a Brute here, so let's go. All right, so here we go. Once again, you do see the Brute, right? And here in this case, we are able to utilize Espresso's, skill before Brute actually hits. And that's the reason why we did not go with the full Swift Chocolate 17.3% on our Financier. All right, that's because we wanted Werewolf to use skill as well as Espresso to use skill before the stun comes through. All right, and we should be able to easily defeat this one again. All right, and boom, done. And there you go. Once again, we do have 2 million damage coming out from Espresso, but Werewolf Cookie is not far behind, actually dealing the second most highest damage. Alright guys, so here we go. It seems like we do have the Eclair, so maybe they are using Werewolf Cookie just like how I use this team here. So let's see how well we do against this one. Actually, they did not use Werewolf. They're actually using Brute here. Alright, once again, Espresso is able to use their skill, and Black Pearl is able to transition right away. Alright. And there we go. Espresso once again using skill, and that should keep it at 40% for Financier, or close to 40% for Financier. All right, and we should be able to use skill one more time, increasing the injury stack again, and all of them are just blowing up by Espresso. There we go. Once again, 2 million, almost 3 million coming out by Espresso. All right, another 2-2-1 comp here. Let's go. So Espresso is super good here as well, guys, because of the fact that you do have a stun coming out from Espresso's skill, right? Keep that in mind. And if they are immune to stun, then Espresso is able to do extra damage as well. All right, so BTS, because there's so much BTS being used right now, we can utilize the stun immunity, right? And then deal extra damage utilizing Espresso Cookie's Magic Candy. All right, so there you go. Once again, just doing so much damage here. And Espresso is dead, no problem. We come back alive and do another explosion there. And just continue to get protected by Financier, which is a super good shield and amount of HP healing that we get. And there we go. All right. And another thing, once again, is that Espresso, when he does use his skill first initially, the BTS cookie doesn't have time to use their skill. So you do get to use the stun once at least before BTS actually gets to use their skill for the stun immunity. All right, there you go. 2 million coming out from Espresso once again. And of course, Werewolf still doing a lot of damage. All right, guys, so there you guys go. Another Werewolf comp that you guys can use, and especially this time around with Espresso adding a ton of extra burst damage and the injury stack that Werewolf does lack a little bit. The amount of injury stack that Werewolf is able to do is very minimal, 1.2% every single time that they do attack. However, Espresso does add that 9.9% with his skill, so he does allow, Werewolf to utilize the injury a lot more. All right, but there you guys go. Once again, you guys can utilize this team as well as this team right here with Eclair. Eclair is actually really good as well. And of course, you guys are able to switch out the Feather for the site if you guys want to go more offensive build rather than having that insurance. Anyways, guys, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys found the video helpful. Good luck with the arena run, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.